Welcome to a new vlog. I am actually getting ready for Rose's bridal shower now. So we are full in the swing of my bridesmaid season, which is all happening next month. It's currently the end of August. So I have Hingus's wedding on the first Saturday of September and Rose's on the 3rd. So that's why I am now on to Rose's bridal shower. And I'm so keen for today because it's been sunny, even though it's still winter. I feel like the last couple of days really warmed up a bit, so I feel like I'm not as freezing. Still really cold with the morning air, but I guess that's just the morning and just how it is. So I am keen today. I will be doing a total of 4 hours of commuting, so it's going to be a trek, but hopefully it is very worth it because Rose is one of my closest friends. So I'm really keen to celebrate her becoming a bride in a few weeks now. It is a Shein sleek black cutout dress. So honestly, definitely more of a girls' night out vibe, but whatever, because it's literally a bridal shower. So I feel like it can be interchangeable with hens or bachelorette vibe. Hopefully it's a good day. At the same time, Bill's actually heading off to Ben's Bucks, which is just at his house. And that's an hour south of ours. So he'll be back later tonight. And hopefully his one goes smoothly as well. So now I am going to go and prep the dish that I'm bringing, which is ham and cheese melt. I'm just gonna toast them in there for a little less than 10 minutes, and then we'll see how warm and crispy they are. Did I forget to pack anything? This was actually only my second time dressing up this week and my first time dressing up for an event for a while, not counting Hingus's bridal shower a week ago, because I feel like I also woke up quite early for that and there was no kind of like makeup code. So I kind of just threw on makeup and was ready to co-host. I decided to properly wake up, giving myself time to also get out of bed, which took me about half an hour, and then got up because I hate waking up in the dark. I'm just not an in the dark person. I get spooked easily. So I didn't want to go from our room to my office, which is also where my vanity is, until it was a little bit brighter. I still ended up getting out of bed when it was still quite dark though. I managed to also film a few transition videos because that's just what I love whenever I dress up. I feel like I shouldn't waste when I get dressed up because most of the time I do look very plain-faced. I don't do my hair. I literally just drag myself around the house every day. So when I dress up, I try and make the most of it. I really like finishing an edit and then posting. That's how I actually pump out so much content, sometimes even in real time. So that's my little secret. And people always ask me, does it take a long time to edit a reel? And the answer is no. I just use the Instagram edits app and I literally just throw everything together. I take inspiration from what's in my mood boards and I basically just hit post. I don't overthink. I don't think about who's gonna judge and who's watching. I literally just send it into the internet abyss and it gets posted. And I'm just very used to being public, especially on socials. Like I'm just an open person, personality wise, but also especially on Instagram and YouTube. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this as a hobby. I would be wanting to be a content creator and trying to get paid for all this, but I genuinely feel like it is just in my stride and I just don't care about sharing parts of my life. Looks like it's ready. Box 1. I'm gonna pop these into my bag and let's see if I can zip the bag up. Here it is. It's super heavy. If I had to guess, I think this is at least 10 kilos. I think. How am I gonna do 4 hours commuting with this?
It's Non-ratchet.
From
That's okay. That looks worse. Just let it out.
Well, the scenario like this, it didn't say much. I remember thinking that someone by your side.
The little, like, sleeping, like, I slept up at 3 o'clock because he, like,
my two cables, charger, power bank, power on the move, hidden pocket as well. That's where I put my adapters. But yeah, but other than that, like, it's small, compact. And see, within my laptop, well, I don't have a laptop in here, but often when there's a laptop in here, it's very tight on space. Little space. And then this gray one here is my, so it's got my headphones, a mouse, a play cable for my portable monitor. And yeah, and again, well, not one hand operable, but like I can zip by and I'm on the move. I can just do that pretty easily. Slips in. And like,
nice.
it was only $3 each.
So is that the laptop bag you want to replace now?
I do eventually, but most laptop bags are this size anyway. So there's a $20.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to replace this laptop bag. But if anyone's starting out in the corporate work, you should go to Kmart because they have pretty nice workwear that's like $25 or something, a shirt or something like that. And like nobody will be able to really tell, right?
Yeah. That one still lasted you a year and it's from
It did
Kmart.
last. The only problem with it is that it's a bit thin and it does stain a bit. So after a while, you do probably have to chuck it. Bellroy, technically. But the Bellroy was like $180, right? $190.
How much is this from Kmart?
$20.
Wow, that's actually
So-
crazy how
so, like,
cheap they can go.
Easy to move, like to make larger and smaller because of the metal buckle. That way we don't need a
He was talking about extending our house in the future if we want to and have the means. And then he was like, yeah, we could have a room for 3 kids instead of 2. I'm the one who wants 2 and he really wants 3. Unfortunately, I have had vertigo for the first time this year, and this month was my 1-year anniversary without it. I was even going to Instagram story something about that, and then it was physically triggered by the ferry on Saturday, and also mentally it's always triggered by stress because I think I've been anticipating being busy till November to the point where the ferry just kind of set it off, because usually I do get some kind of physical trigger, but the main cause is my stress. And the thing about vertigo, now that I'm getting it after learning a lot about my body and how it holds tension, is that I can feel that I'm literally tensing naturally with vertigo. I'm trying so hard to concentrate and like I can't even focus my eyes. I'm really hoping it goes away, but I can't believe it's come back this year. I really thought I wouldn't get it because of how much mental health work I've done, but it just goes to show that building up on my stress and then having a physical trigger just makes it come, and it sucks. So I finished my work and devotionals because I'm skipping my usual tidy of the house because I literally just have to look straight ahead, and that's why I'm enjoying the air today, because honestly, it's actually felt like spring already, even though it's not September yet. But it's September very soon. It's next week already. Anyway, Bill has taken over with the laundry, so bless him. And it was overflowing. And after a bit of this in the sun, I'll try and do my admin. I can't even look at my second monitor because that's slightly off to the side for me at my desk. I can only look straight ahead. So I really hope this doesn't worsen because I have to be in the office this Wednesday and should be Thursday too. And a lot of people don't understand vertigo because it's a very invisible condition I can still, for example, walk in a straight line, but my body just tenses up and everything is swaying. I've actually been on this couch brain rotting for hours and the day's gone fast. It's already mid-afternoon. Yogurt, blueberries and honey, which is technically a snack, but Bill's been in his office genuinely all afternoon, so the poor thing has been in all his meetings and doing work. I haven't even picked up my book because sometimes it's just easier for your brain to brain rot, which I know is not actually healthy for it, but it's just easier than anything else. And the more I even talk, let alone get up and move around, the more dizzy I get. So I'm gonna stop here, but the vertigo still hasn't left and I'm very sad that it hasn't.
Compensation.
Whoa! Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Cross section.
Perfect. Wow. I'm watching a really girly vlog and Bill was eating it up, but now that I'm filming, he's pretending he's not watching.
I watch reels.
He said that this girl has a good lifestyle because she vlogged herself grocery shopping and he was like, I love grocery shopping. I've spent half my day here, probably more than that by now, and I've succumbed to the floor because I tried cleaning the living room, which I mainly did, but it still literally threw my head into a spin, so not very good. But I'm resting now, and we haven't had dinner because we had a baby dinner with the focaccia, so Bill's cleaning up the kitchen and I'm just gonna rest. I still have to put away one of his work shirts, but otherwise I pretty much cleared this area. It's also my favorite room of the house, so I always start with it first, usually. And I also haven't actually opened my book today. I am reading Sam Neill's memoir. He actually passed away just a couple months ago, so I didn't know he had memoir when he first got diagnosed with cancer. And he ended up beating cancer, but then passed away from pneumonia just a few months after beating it. So I'm sure it weakened his body, obviously. So he's very funny. He's very eloquent and witty. So I'm only at the very beginning because usually with non-fiction, I just don't read it as fast as fiction. So it doesn't really grab me in as much. Because usually with like fiction, there's some sort of mystery to solve or just something you want to find out at least by the end. Whereas obviously with a memoir, it's real life. So it's more genuine, but I like to use books as a way to escape. And so with a memoir, sometimes it's a bit too real, which makes me not as hungry to read, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's still a good book. So I am going to keep reading. I love him in Hunt for the Wilder People. He's very famous for Jurassic Park from when he was in his 30s or 40s. But if you are looking for a feel-good but still deep but then somehow still light-hearted movie, the New Zealand movie Hunt for the Wilder People is the best. I love that movie. I think it's in Bill's top 3 movies. Is it, Bill? Yeah, he said it's in his top 3. I'd say it's definitely my top 10. I think we've seen it. I think I've seen it about 6 times and Bill's seen it about 8 times. So yeah, I really, really, really like his performance in that movie. And he did give it a little mention already. And I'm only like 20 pages in, so. Yippee, dinner. Whoa, can you describe it to me?
So it's house-made focaccia. At the bottom is a pistachio spread, pesto, cheese, mozzarella cheese. We've got pepperonis or salamis, prosciutto, stracciatella on top, sun-dried tomatoes, arugula, and hot honey at the end.
Yum. I'm fed too well in this house. I thought I would make a little appearance here via computer because I'm waiting for my final meeting of the day. So my vertigo still hasn't improved. It actually took a bit longer to kick in this morning, so I was kind of hoping maybe it would be less. But then again, the more I started moving, the more it came into my brain. So I'm still deciding whether I drive tomorrow or not, or if Bill actually accompanies me to my office because my sister is doing a work experience day with my company. So she's heading there tomorrow and we are doing a filming project. So I don't want to skip tomorrow, even though my colleague in charge of that project knows I have vertigo and she was like, I'm okay if you cancel in the morning. But I haven't been to my office for a few weeks, so I kind of miss it. I do like how it helps break up my week, even though I have to travel far for it. But I will see what happens. The world is just spinning the more that I talk and move. Even talking, I'm like staying still when I talk, but I'm very animated when I talk too. So maybe that doesn't help. But Bill made me a matcha, which is very nice. I also plan to finish off my admin today and maybe test myself out driving by going to our local shopping centre. That's a plan to see if I feel like it makes me just too dizzy, because obviously I want to be safe on the road.
Everything until that.
I actually spent a while on my makeup, like 20 minutes, but look how it just doesn't look like I have that much on. But then when you see me naturally, not dressed up at all, you're like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Like, this is what a male thinks no makeup is, but it's 20 minutes worth of makeup. And I'm just looking at this like, I can't believe I copied a few tutorials just to get to this extent. So if you're a guy watching this, or even a girl who's just not into makeup, this is what 20 minutes looks like. And it just looks so natural and like faded already. How much makeup do you think I have on? Like, how many minutes do you think it took me?
40 minutes.
Half that.
Only 20?
Yeah, but don't you think it looks really natural?
Well, yeah, it's natural, but it looks very clean and sophisticated, you know? It doesn't look like you just blobbed it on. It's like smooth.
Okay, but you're my husband, so you're just being nice.
No, but natural makeup requires it to, you know, to be blended in, and, you know, it takes a lot of work, right? It's like realistic paintings take a lot of work, even though it just
so it's
looks,
like just to look natural.
Yeah.
Like to just
right.
enhance my features.
Yeah. It takes the most work to make it look natural, right? If it was just quick, then it would just be full of blemishes, right?
I love how this guy is always camera ready. All I did was point the phone at him and he immediately answered my question without questioning me.
You've trained me.
I have. The plan is to now test out if I feel like I can drive to our local plaza. If I feel like it just sets the dizziness off, then it means that I definitely cannot drive tomorrow. My sister said she might be too sick to do the work experience anyway, so might not have to go with her, but Bill might have to accompany me to my office. So I definitely feel dizzy right now, but that's because I've been getting ready for an hour. So I haven't been just like sitting at my desk or the couch. So we'll see how it feels when I'm bending my head everywhere to drive. And also my colleague messaged me if I'm alive, because I literally haven't been to the office in a few weeks. So I do want to be there tomorrow for the filming project and to just show my face there. The fit check is my Harry Potter hoodie, because the pin that I tried to get inspiration from for my outfit today was actually like a pullover jumper, and I don't own one at the moment, so I decided to go with the next most similar item. Then for my skirt, I have brown lace from Glassons and stockings because the weather unfortunately turned. It was actually feeling like spring for a solid couple days and it was beautiful. Sun was out, sky was blue, everyone was loving it. The air didn't even feel cold outside. And now, today it is rainy, cloudy and dreary, which would actually make it even more dangerous for me to drive tomorrow. So apparently this week is a stormy week and we haven't had storms for a while. We had rain like a fortnight back, but even that was like a sudden surprise appearance. So honestly, winter is not too rainy in Australia. I think maybe it's just Sydney, but I feel like it's more dry and cold. And then in the summer and even spring, we have a few more storms and a bit more like windiness, which is so counterintuitive and it should be the other way around. Like I would prefer snow during winter just because at least if it's going to be cold, just go all out and just be fun and cozy and warm vibes. But in Sydney, we don't get that. We just get like really cold and not well-built houses for the cold. So anyway, we're going to head off. We'll see how I do with the drive. Be wrong though. So cool.
Yeah, so one at a time.
Oh, okay, cool.
What about Italian?
This was only $3. We are back. We actually bumped into our friends who were about to watch a movie and had dinner together. Then I found a piece of plastic in my mulletong, so I was told that I could do anything such as get more food for free or get a refund, and I settled on a half refund and they were grateful for that. We got it through cash because it was hard for them to actually refund half through the register, so fair enough. And went to do groceries and then came back. My vertigo is still bad, but the consensus about driving is that it actually disappears while driving. But what I ended up doing was still asking my boss if Bill can still come to the office tomorrow, just in case. Like, because I'm spending a whole day being physical in the office, maybe it'll be bad by the end of the day. I have no idea. But just then, doing a total of 25 minutes driving was not too bad. It's just that as soon as I step out of the car, it comes back. So for some reason, the motion of the car makes my own motion disappear. Dizzy. I tried to contour my jaw, which is a tip I saw where you just put contour like that. And it worked because my jaw definitely looked a lot thinner afterwards. I feel like my jaw is fine anyway. I've gotten compliments about it, so I'm not insecure about it, but it still made a difference. It really slimmed down the jaw, which is crazy. And I feel like my She Glam eyebrow gel worked really well because I didn't even fill my brows in, but it looks like I did. I feel like it brushed out very naturally and neatly. I also still have my hyperpigmentation, but otherwise I haven't had active acne for a good week. I just had like a couple here last week, and honestly that's more like active pimples, not acne. So I haven't had active acne for a good while, a month. I'm actually really impressed because that means I had acne for a total of about 3 months, and obviously acne just sucks.